is going on, fellow Redliners? I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. We got a little bit of nicer weather here, so I embraced the cold a little bit. I didn't really embrace it. I trekked through it, I should say, and created some cool content for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. But today's video is not about cool drone shots. I mean, it's nice to have, but we actually have a dire situation with the Genesis Coupe, as you guys could probably tell from the title of this video, and I've kind of hinted at it in the last couple of videos with the other issues with the Gens. Those kind of happened and I had no idea about. Obviously I couldn't prevent it from happening. It happened. I fixed it now, and I promised I wouldn't, forget about doing this. So without further ado, let's talk about it. So basically what I'm talking about is I have yet another transmission issue. So without wasting anyone's time, I'm gonna get right on into it, the meat and gravy of the video. But before I do, I need to make a disclaimer for all you keyboard warriors. Listen to what I have to say. I know how to drive a manual transmission, and let me explain. If you guys let me explain and listen to it with an open mind, you guys will understand that it's really not my fault, and it's not because of anything I did to cause a transmission failure. So just want to put that disclaimer out there, because I'm sure there's going to be tons of people saying, oh yeah, he doesn't know how to drive a manual transmission, he's blaming it on the car. But no, believe me, let me explain, hear me out, and then let's, then make your conclusions after that with an open mind. Anyways, so let's get right on into it. So for those of you that don't know, I'll do a quick walk around. This is my 2014 Genesis Coupe. It is my, daily driver, even though, I drive the Lexus during the winter and all that. And yeah, we did do a little skid to get this nice little, this nice little shot here. So the car is still drivable, as you can tell. The only problem is that it has a transmission issue. And for those of you guys who have been with the channel for a while, like I mentioned earlier, you guys know that I had a previous transmission problem, and this one has developed the kind of symptoms, if you will, are almost identical to what happened previously. So let me hop in the car, I'll show you guys the paperwork for the last one, and then, I'll obviously disclose and explain to you guys what's going on. Let's hop in for a quick sec, and I'll show you guys. Alright guys, so back in the car here, I brought the paperwork with me from, last year that I got the same thing down, so I can show you guys what they diagnosed the issue as, and how they've replaced it or fixed it. So I got it over there. I'm just gonna take it out. I gotta cover the tops and stuff like I do with the GTR paperwork that, my personal information's on there, obviously. So I'm just gonna cover that up, but I will show you that entire sheet. Let me get it sorted here, and I'll flip over to it in just one sec. Alright, here it is, boys. Look at that. So we got grinding noise when shifting into 6th gear at 3,500 RPMs or higher, and it gets worse because, when it's higher up in the rev range, it becomes even worse, and when it's warmer, obviously, it becomes worse. So, as you guys can clearly see, that is what they diagnosed the problem as. They found that worn internals was the factor of it, and essentially what that means is the synchros weren't working. So, let me take this off, and I'll get back to you in just one sec. So, as you guys can see for yourself, it was covered under warranty, and they diagnosed it as worn internals as a manufacturer defect that caused the issue. And we have another plane overhead. How perfect timing. But anyways, that is the issue for that, and now what I want to explain to you guys is I have a very, very, very similar circumstance developing. It hasn't become like as bad as what the case was over there, but it is definitely the exact same issue. So essentially, let me explain to you guys. When I hop into gear 6, at anything above, let's say 4,000 RPMs, I get this really bad lock. It's locking, so the synchros aren't, I can tell that the synchros aren't engaging correctly, and it's just locking me out of the gate. And when I try to really force it in, if I really want to get it in, it's grinding just, maybe for half a second or so, and then that, it lets me into the gear. Now, let me roll the clip from a year previous, and I will show you guys how bad it was then. So I'm going to roll it right now. So I'm at 4,000 RPMs now, and I'll shift into gear 6. So fair warning, if you don't want to hear the grind sound, turn that volume down. But here it goes. The worst sound ever. So as you guys can see, that was really, really bad, and obviously very, very audible. It was quite bad. So we're not quite there yet, but I'm sure after maybe 1,000 more or 500 more miles, it'll probably get to that exact same situation. But I want to preemptively do it and just get them to probably diagnose it with the same exact condition and replace it. In a few minutes, I'm gonna hop into the car and show you guys what it's like right now. But let me just explain. Let me explain this part where you guys are gonna be like, oh, that's your fault. First of all, it's gear 6. You're not exactly slamming through gear 6 in Mexico with the boys. It's just not happening. Gear 6 is a cruising gear, and you know, if anything, if I could accept it, if it was gear 2, gear 1, whatever, that means yes, sure, I'm not double clutching properly when I'm going downshifting from 3 to 2 or 2 to 1 respectively, or whatever the case is. First of all, there is no 7 gear in this car. It's a 6 gear transmission with reverse. So, you know, to say that I'm not double clutching and doing it properly is incorrect, because you're not rev matching from 7 to 6. You're going from 5 to 6 every time. And, you know, for that to break down and happen repeatedly, it just kind of, if you guys know anything about a manual transmission, you guys will know that is really not user error. That's definitely a synchro issue. And if you guys, if you guys saw on the data that thing said that it happened December something. So December, and we're January something the next year. So it's been like a year and a month. So it seems like, I don't know now, I don't know if this is the case or not, or just, you know, a blatant coincidence. It seems like it happens when the weather is cool or colder. And I have no idea whether or not that's, you know, scientifically proven, or it just happens to be a coincidence like I mentioned earlier. But it seems to happen this time of year for me, both times that it's happened. 2 transmission failures. This will be the 3rd transmission once I get this thing replaced in, well, 2 years and a month. A year and a month. So quite incredible if you ask me. Definitely shows that something is definitely flawed with the Hyundai transmission. If you guys haven't watched my reliability video from this car, I would, you know, strongly recommend you guys watch it. I'll link it in the cards up top right now. Anyways, without further ado, let's hop in the car. I will show you exactly what I mean, and I hope you guys, if you guys have a brain, you guys will understand and hear me out and understand that, again, it's not user error. There's something wrong with it. But I'm sure I'll see hundreds of comments, or you know, a few comments at least saying, "Oh, you don't know how to shift," or whatever, and I embrace that. You know, more power to you. If you still want to neglect everything I just explained to you, you know, you're amazing. You're a boss. You're a boss. Now, homies, before we start, I want to let you guys know there is one more issue, and I've already ordered they have already ordered the part, and they're going to switch it the next service. Ever since that I switched this knob, because you guys know it was worn. If you guys don't know that video, I'll link it up there in the description. The reliability with the car, this thing wore completely along with the steering wheel here, so they replaced it. But ever since they did that, I guess, I don't know, this knob doesn't fit perfectly or whatever. Listen to it. You can listen to this. This knob rattles, so obviously when you get at higher RPMs, the rattle is very, very loud and very annoying. I'll try and show you guys that on video. I'll do that right now. I hope you guys can hear this. This thing rattles. That's the gear shift knob that's rattling right now. All right, homies, let's get this show on the road here. I've angled the camera slightly downwards in hopes that you can see the gear shifter as well, and my head's not cut off completely. Now, I don't know how that's gonna look in reality. I'm fingers crossed that you guys can see this. If not, you guys just take my word, okay? Let's, where are the keys? Here they are. Let's boot her up, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Now, it is, as I mentioned, pretty icy, so fingers crossed that I can get going from here. Oh yeah, bud. There she goes. Let's just drift around this nicely. Alright, let's get back to the point of the video. Hooning, you know, I just love it. Alright, we've cleared that, so let me get some speed. I gotta get it up, you know, a little, we just, for the point of the video, you know? So look, if I try and put this in gear 6, I have to literally like slam it, and the only reason I'm not going from 5, I'm going from like 4 to 6 is because, well, we got traffic ahead and I can't really get up to speed. But basically, you got to take my word here. I'll try. We'll get another short stretch in just a sec. But here, even from gear 3, we're in gear 3. Speed up a little bit. We're at 4,000. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that grind? And you guys see how much effort it takes to put it into the gate? It basically locks you out. All right, let's turn on here. And I'll try and do another demonstration for you. Let me just space it out with traffic just a little bit here. So we're just cruising normally. Now the rattle and the shift knob, that's been confirmed. They've already ordered the part for me. It's just ever since, you know, I replaced the shift knob because it was worn, you can hear. And obviously when you get at the higher RPMs, that thing just kind of rattles for days. So we'll downshift to 3. I'll try and put it at 5 here. So we're at 4. We're at 3,005. Let me get a little bit more speed. Okay, here we go. 4,005. Did you hear that? Did you hear the grind into it? And I obviously it's pretty hard to tell, but you just got to take my word for it, and I'll take it to the dealer. I've already booked the appointment. They're probably going to diagnose it with the exact same issue. What I'm thinking, anyways. I'm hoping that they do. As we turn here. That intake sound, I get a little distracted. But anyways, they're probably going to diagnose it with the exact same issue, and they're probably going to end up replacing the transmission again. Obviously, I will give you guys an update as soon as I know anything. But that's at the end of the video. That's basically the point of the video I want to make. Transmission flaw in the Genesis Coupe is real, and I'm a testament to that. Like I said, 2 transmissions in like a year and a month, call it a year basically, is quite incredible if you ask me. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope this helped you, become more informed with Genesis Coupe transmission, the manual anyways. If this helps you guys, make a buying choice, or helps you guys, decide if you want to warranty your car, if you're experiencing something similar and just thought, it's something you did. If this helped, please let me know in the comment section down below. Hit that thumbs up button. I really, really appreciate you guys watching, commenting, and sharing my videos. So continue doing that, and I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.